All, all right, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Um, Today we're just kind of gonna be like, I'm gonna work on an older character. I kind of just do like revamps every now and then when I'm not 100% sure what I want to do or if I'm having some sort of like art block. So that's what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be working on a character that I, kind of use pretty periodically to, like kind of like update myself and, get back into the groove of things. So I hope you had a good stream there, Alex. I'm sure you did because, you're the art dad and you're awesome. So all right, let's go ahead and hop on over here. Actually, I need to turn my damn model on, and my camera isn't even open. So how about I fix that? There we go. Now I can move around a little bit here. I swear it still has trouble seeing my mouth though. But yeah, so I have this older character here. Alex has drawn her before. Her name is Veronica. Uh, she has the ability to tame all sorts of like creatures, and she has tamed this other character here, or at least bound him, and he is the King of Shadows here, and his name is Rey. So she uses his like abilities and stuff. So, oh man, I wish I had had some sleep, Pensy. I hopefully get to pick up my sleep medicine later, and then I can get some actual like rest today. That would be great. But yeah, this is the last time I like updated it was like this picture over here. Actually, I've got it like pulled up here. So that's the last time like I redid her. So I figured, it wouldn't hurt to do like another like, update and see where we can go from there. But yeah, I figured that's what I would work on today. And so far, I think I am just gonna kind of go like right into like the line work here. See if we can just get it going. Oops. If I can draw today. Today might be a trip on the struggle bus, but we'll find out. I was originally going for like a 90s like style with like the really pointy chin, but I don't know if I can like fully commit to that. So trying to make sure that I don't have same face syndrome with my characters here. So I'm trying to give her like a more distinct kind of nose. Thanks. Trying to work with my brush being a little bit thicker today. I know sometimes when I work with it when it's too thin, I get like super heavy into like details and don't get quite as much done. So let's see if we can avoid that today. get exactly what I'm going for here with the lips. It'd be great. Yeah, she's got some beauty marks. Man, I'm just like struggling with this mouth right now. You know what? Let's give myself a guide. Stop messing around. Oops, that's way too big. So, yeah. That. Alright, that gives me somewhat of a guide, so let's see. Oops, wrong layer. Trying to give her some juicy lips. I think they need to go a little flatter here along the bottom. And we don't need like terribly too many lines for that, so I'm gonna give her a little bow area up here, like this. It's a little thick. There we go, looks a little bit better. Alright, now I was trying for like this like choppy kind of hair, and I'm trying to make it a little shorter this time around, so I'm gonna try to do the shape here. Give me a little bit of a guide for my lines. And I'll probably do this in several layers with like different colors. That way I can figure out what pieces are which. You know, sometimes breaking them down into little chunks here helps it out, like with the big shapes. Let's kind of get the ones on this side. This side's going to be a little longer. And we'll have some come underneath as well. Thanks. I appreciate your your positivity when it comes to my art. Makes me happy, Petsy. Especially on a day where I feel like I'm struggling, so that makes me happy. I don't know. I think I've been struggling just because like I've been dealing with like these like sleep issues for the past couple days, so makes things a bit difficult for me, especially when it comes to like coming up with ideas and like being creative and stuff, so choppy hair is always like kind of like one of those things that's kind of like interesting to try to portray here. Alright, so we got that, and we need to go behind that, do some more. Ooh, nice. I'm glad you're getting so many commissions. That's awesome. Yeah, so like I've been struggling to get to sleep till like I would say like 5, 6 in the morning, and now I'm only sleeping for like maybe 3 or 4 hours at a time. So like I'm getting like these little like kind of bursts of like rest, but not like the like consistent amount of rest that I need. But it's okay. I've got my they're filling my medicine today, so I should be able to go pick that up and be okay. So should be good to go again by tomorrow. Uh, I use trazodone to get to sleep. All right, so we want to make sure that we also have plenty of pieces coming around here to like round off the rest of the head. Kind of adjust this too as we go, so maybe put that that away a little bit. Have it kind of come around in the back here. This one should also kind of start to fill in the back parts. Oops. Let's just kind of bring them up here, maybe. Might have to move it a little bit to the side, yeah. Don't want to get too far away from the skull here. And I'll probably have to mess with this as I draw, so like when I go to do the lines, make sure that it all kind of works out. And let's do some little flyaway hairs too. Let me pick a different color. Maybe not that big. We can have some go across the bangs a little bit here too. Some thinner ones. Alright, so we got somewhat of a guide now. And I can actually take this guide and merge it. Don't need the lips one right now, so got that. Over here, merge. There we go. And I'm gonna bring down the opacity some more here. All of Chainsaw Man, including the movie? Damn. Hell of a marathon there. I really liked the movie. I thought the movie was great. Yeah, Reese was awesome. I like when she was in her double form and she just started biting people. I was like, God damn, all right. I mean, that's one way to do it. Take somebody out. See, like some little tiny flyaways in here too. Every now and then. Trying to get this choppiness to come out. Oops. Awaken something in Pensy. I mean, she is like, pretty bare when she's in her devil form there. She's like a sexy Bob-omb from Mario. We are the sex bombs. I don't know. I like the whole like little choker thing. I think that's like super hot for some reason. Like I don't know why, just like a little black choker is like super smegsy to me. Don't know what it is, but I like it. Why? Oops. Should probably have some kind of command like this. Actually, now that I think about it, her hair is kind of like the Konoichi a little bit from Hell's Paradise. Getting subconsciously influenced here. But then again, I also created her before I watched Hell's Paradise, so I don't know. I like her design, so kind of give her some more of these too. Thanks. I just kind of think of it as like ribbons that kind of like bend like around each other and across each other like with gravity. And you want to think about like the shape of like the skull, and if it's like lifted at all from like the head, that kind of thing. You just gotta like kind of, I guess, try to think about things like in a kind of like a 3D way, I suppose. I used to not like think about it like too terribly hard, but then I would end up with like hair that looked like really like flat and like kind of like I don't know, like Yu-Gi-Oh hair. I was like, nah. that's not that's not attractive. I don't like that. Nothing wrong with people that like Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. It's definitely an iconic design because it's so unique, but but I love that it's like a meme now with like the card style like anime. It's like spot the card anime MC, and everybody has like normal ass hair, and then the card MC has like fucking like confetti hair or something like the hair itself is made out of cards or something. And what's cool about like hair and like hair strands is you can also use it as a way to like do like directional things where it if you want to draw attention to the eyes like I did here, you can have little wisps that like come down towards like the eyeballs. So it's almost like a pointer that goes like where you want people to look, while still like kind of making sense with gravity. Like it doesn't always have to make sense. It doesn't have to be like, scientifically perfect or accurate, but but you can do like little tricks like that to like guide people's gaze around the image compositionally. I don't know. I do my best to try to make things like interesting. So And also, like another thing with hair is like once you like pick a once you like pick a shape for like the general strands, you want to keep using that same shape essentially. That way, it's like nice and like consistent. So I'm trying to like keep using this like ribbon kind of like shape that I got going on here with like the kind of like rectangular squared off ends. You know, like I don't want to randomly throw in like some like, you know, like spikes or like, you know, completely round something off just out of nowhere, because then it'll break that harmony with the shapes. Mm. Try to also make sure that things like kind of like overlap in like certain areas. Like there's like an underneath part and an over part, of course. Oops. And then, of course, we got to flip back and forth just to make sure that it's looking good going both directions. I think I want to have some that kind of goes like this behind it and in between here. Let's go and clean it back up here. Some like little ones here and there just for detail. I can start doing some of these. Kind of want to have this come over top, actually. Ooh, my wrist just popped as I did that. Bop. cut into it a little bit up here. Oops. What type of commission are you working on, Pensy? Very not safe for work one. You know, I'm surprised I haven't gotten any not safe for work commissions yet, other than you. I would have thought that that would have been more of a popular option, but oh well. Oh, I know you're like the king of not safe for work commissions there. So I'm happy for you. Though. That's awesome. Though I suppose I can't get commissions if I don't post like a bunch of those. So so that might have something to do with it. Yeah, that was more what I was looking for. Oh, did you guys see that I'm opening back up the OC art raffle? I'm gonna I'm gonna retake all the submissions since I moved over to like Blue Sky, and I'm not 100% sure that everybody from like Twitter moved over there. So if you want like a chance in the wheel there, make sure that you resubmit your characters, your OCs. Uh, But of course, like I said in the post, if I get a commission, then you know, it's gonna have to be like, you know, put on the back burner until I finish the commission. But I figured it'd be something fun to do in the meantime, especially since I've been having a little bit of like trouble coming up with, you know, what I want to particularly like work on, and I always have a lot of fun working on doing the OC art raffle. So yeah, it's just on Discord. I feel like if I opened that like 100% up, like that's all I'd be doing all the time. So make sure that I get her ears drawn so I at least know where they are. I probably should have them stick out a little bit here, like behind this area here. Like kind of in between these. And then underneath this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. I know you're really excited for Resident Evil. Trying to get this ear shape to be a little bit better here. I might as well draw the some of the structure at least. So the parts that are sticking out are makes sense. I'm gonna have to go through and clean up some of these lines, but that's okay. I You know, I could have swore they came out with like 7 already. Wasn't that the one where they were in like New York City? Am I just like, I don't know, not remembering that correctly? That was 6. Okay. Man, that's so many Scream movies. I wonder if they're gonna do the I Know What You Did Last Summer, where they made one of the original people turn into like the killer. I didn't watch it, but I watched Moist Critical's Charlie's little review of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it's like Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is like one of the killers for some reason. It's like even though he was like one of the dudes in the OG one of the survivors. Ooh, nice. Actually, I don't know if I like that eyebrow shape. I'll have to figure that out in a sec. Oops. I mean, I wasn't like a super fan of like the original. Like the original was okay. Um so it's like, wasn't like a super big deal that like it turned out to be bad. Let me put this over here so I can save this and not dox myself. Let's see. I figure out where the hell I'm going to save this. There we go. Oops. Maybe I should have it come from there. That's a little bit better. Dang it. Oh, good call. Get some water. Adjust my posture. Oh no, it's all good, man. Like, you've been busy doing your thing. Like, don't feel bad at all, Alex. I'm just happy to see you every now and then. Get to see my art dad. Oh yeah, yeah, it's the Veronica character that you drew for me. Every now and then when like I said, when I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with like artwork, I pick out like an older OC and I give him like a little like rework with like my current skills. So thanks. I'm glad she's a hit with everybody. Thanks. Yeah, she's like I said, she hunts like problematic like magical like creatures and stuff like that. So she's got a bit of like a backstory that's going to go into some of our other stories that we have planned. So yeah, that made me happy. I love getting artwork from my art dad. It's the best. The two green-haired gals. Who are actually both in bands. I kind of like based her like look kind of on like a kind of like a 80s 90s like hair like kind of metal band but with like a female singer slash guitarist. Oops. Keep doing that where I don't have my damn brush selected. I mean, it also kind of works out for her because, like, my idea was like a lot of these problematic like creatures like hang out in bars and take advantage of like humans. So kind of helps if you're already the musical act to be in the area without raising suspicion. I am glad that even though I'm like super tired, I can still draw something. I was really worried that I was gonna like start the stream and be like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to like have people just stare at me like, flop around and struggle. So that's not fun to watch. I mean, we all go through it, but you know, I'm just glad I could come up with something. I think the hardest part is keeping the shape of the overall uh, haircut. It's the most difficult thing while trying to do these like strands, these like ribbons. I'll probably have to go back in with like the liquify tool and like push things around a little bit here and there. Okay, take your time. this on this side. Trying to make sure that it... Let's do a guide. Just so, you know, I know where to do things here. Definitely don't be afraid to make markers, especially because you can do, you know, when you're working with layers, you can just take them and lower the opacity so it doesn't, you know, interfere with your artwork. But it still gives you a guide as to like where to go. That way I can maintain the shape of the hair the way I want. There we go, starting to come together. Erase away these. Actually, you know what? I'll do these on another layer. That'll save me some trouble. Just do this number before I get myself visually confused here. Actually, we can make this even easier on ourselves. We can do this. That way I know what to erase. And we can probably give her another, like, flyaway going this way. You know, for the sake of anime. Welcome back. Oops, maybe if I flip it this way. There we go, that makes that easier. Yeah, I'll probably have to take my liquefy tool, move this around a little bit, but not a big deal. And we can do another thing like that. And then, now that I know where all this stuff is, can do this number. Let's go ahead and convert that back to that color. Now we can clean it all up. You sometimes regret making such complex characters. Sometimes. I mean, if I were gonna be doing this as like a comic or like a webtoon, I would definitely regret it. Um, like if it was something like I had to draw like repeatedly over and over and over again. Uh, but likely, I'm thinking with this character, it might be like either like an Otomi or a light novel kind of thing. So like the ones that are a little more complex, I pretty much just have to draw like one like model that looks really good that has like different pieces. I don't know. I also have no chill, so that doesn't help. Like when it comes to like creating characters. So sometimes I go a little overboard and I'm like, well shit. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think I like the problem solving aspect of things sometimes. Like I think I just find that kind of like interesting, I suppose. You know, it's almost like kind of like navigating like a puzzle. Like you come across like unique challenges here and there when you're trying to improve. So it's kind of like um, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like I'm training my brain at the same time to like I don't know, maybe work a little bit better, function a little bit better. I mean, like a lot of like art is pretty much just like creative problem solving. Like you're like, hey, I want this to look like this, but I don't know how to get it there, like initially. So you have to, like, work through it and find like solutions. Using like, your knowledge and like the techniques you've learned and all that kind of good stuff. So I don't know. I think that's actually like one of my favorite parts about art is just kind of discovering new ways to like do things and then making like progress. It's like a lot of like I get a lot of satisfaction out of like actually like achieving what I'm going for, or at least close to it. There we go. Yeah, that did take like a while to draw. That might have been like a bit more complex than I needed it to be. I might be able to. I'm thinking I could probably either erase away some of this detail or maybe fade some of it out with like the airbrush so it doesn't get like super crazy. Yeah, I'll probably. What I'm thinking now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm gonna take the airbrush to it like once I'm done in certain parts, so it's not like overwhelming with like the lines and everything. So oh well, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that it looks good, but yeah, no, I can completely understand that's a very valid question. I mean, one of the downsides to doing the complex art is I don't put out a lot of it. Like, especially if for like social media purposes, like, because it takes me so long to like, I work on an individual piece, I don't have like something to post all the time. Um, so I guess I kind of just like rely more on uh, I guess the finished product, I suppose, rather than the quantity. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong with social media is is that I'm spending too much time like making like complex art when I could just be making like stuff that's like still pretty good, but like not like quite as time consuming. I'm gonna do this on a different layer too, so I don't mess it up. Let's get some. I should probably do like the tension points here. That'll probably help me figure out where to guide this. Oh, yeah. That's good advice, too. Welcome back, Pensy. We missed you. Oh, I see. Because I have it so kind of like has like a front and a back part to it. So it kind of like more like it's like a lighter material, so like that maybe. You got lost. Oh no. I think those bottom lines are right. Let's see. It's guide time. Again. It's another exciting episode of Let's Make That Guide. Here, let's see. Make the brush so kind of like that. Like that. And it's kind of, it's got to have the shape of the chest a little bit there. I probably should be looking up a reference for this. That's what I probably should do. In fact, that's exactly what I should do. So, I'm glad I put these lines on a different layer here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up later. No. I hate it when the water is like ultra cold when it's cold outside. Let's see. Let's put the where the pupils are first. That might help me figure out where to go from there. Oh my god, I can't draw right now. I feel like my sleepy is catching up to me finally. You know what? Let's draw a guide. It's kind of hard because it's a little square on that brush, but it might help. Get in there. Oh my goodness, I cannot do lines right now. Ugh. Oh my god, that looks not good. Oh man. Nope, nope, nope. That's not looking good. Maybe it'd help if I made the guide like the actual color of her eyes so I get like an idea. Let's kind of make them, let's make them this color. And then get down a little bit here. You know what? We're gonna do something different here since I'm struggling. I don't normally like to do this because like they're kind of like almost eerily like perfect, but it might work out for this. And if I don't like it later, I can always change it. Can always fix it. This one should be squished just a little bit this way. Then I can still do my regular lines. Do I have anything on this layer? No, I don't. Okay. Where I kind of have like the sharper eye shape. Actually, it should come probably more like this. Oh my god, I'm in struggle mode right now. Alright, you know what? I think this is probably a good point to call it, because like I'm kind of struggling now because I'm sleepy. But this is as far as we got here. And I guess I can bring up the sketch a little bit more so we can kind of see where we're going with this. Yeah, I think it looks good for now. Alright, let me go ahead and throw you guys in the lobby here. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today while I did some drawing and some yapping. I really appreciate it. If you like the kind of content I do, please give me a follow to see when I go live. If you really enjoy it, please consider subscribing. That would help me out tremendously. I do have a VGen, and I do have 2 new services right now where I have line work touch-up. One where I will do simple line work touch-up for $15 and more complex for $20, amongst my other services, so make sure you check that out. Links on all my socials. I will be back tomorrow, most likely working on this again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. I've been your Art Aniki. Bye-bye-bye.